PC lenses. Now, I want to explain something about these lenses to everyone. There was a case where a member took their negative ion glasses to an optical store to have lenses fitted. This consumer hadn't heard the full product introduction. When they took it there, the store owner asked them if they wanted to keep these lenses. Do you want to keep our blue light blocking lenses? At that time, he had a discussion with the store owner because he said these were very good lenses, claiming to block 100% of blue light. However, the owner of the optical store told him that when he used their equipment to examine the lenses, he couldn't see anything special about them. Instead, he noticed a lot of water ripples on the surface. Moreover, he directly told our consumer friend that he believed these lenses were of poor quality because he wondered why there were water ripples on them. All right, so for our member, later on when I received this complaint, I don't know if any of you here have heard about it, but I directly took out our inspection report to show him. I am currently investigating this, so I will directly inform everyone. First, this 100% blue light blocking lens is actually a type of PC lens, but it contains special materials. The special ingredient inside is specifically used for blue light blocking lenses. However, this material is generally not available for sale in Taiwan, and you won't find this type of lens material in any optical stores. Because currently, most Taiwanese people use myopia lenses. The myopia lenses developed by several specialized optical companies are mostly made of glass. They incorporate different technologies, some with coatings, others with multiple layers directly integrated into the glass to provide blocking capabilities. No one uses so-called PC material lenses. Our PC material lenses are produced by our own manufacturer. This is special, meaning it exists in the eyewear industry, but typically this type of material is used for military glasses. Military glasses generally don't have prescriptions, but this material can indeed be used to make prescription lenses. However, what I want to mention now is that since no one in Taiwan sells this product, most optical shops have no idea what it is. So let me explain to everyone now that this lens has a blue light blocking feature. The blue light blocking test reports have been obtained not only in Taiwan, but also from our original factory in Guangzhou, China. So the first thing we need to tell consumers is that our lenses indeed have the ability to block, for example, UV 400 and 100% blue light. This must be verified by testing agencies. If you show it to the owner of a typical optical shop, they won't notice anything because they don't have the testing equipment. So if you directly ask them to tell you what this is, actually, you're asking the wrong person. So I want to remind our online friends that if a member asks you this question, you should be able to explain it. Moreover, these certificates, whether it's today or later, I'll mention our manual. Let me show you. Our company has a manual and it contains these certificate reports. Secondly, on our Linet and the official website, mainly on Linet in the member area, we have placed certificates related to negative ions. So this is a reminder for everyone that you must review all the certificates related to our materials. To truly understand that for each part, we have had professional institutions conduct tests to prove its capabilities. Including these glasses, we will use a negative ion detector, which is a relatively convenient and portable negative ion detector. However, the professional reports we provide to everyone are not tested using this type of detector. Instead, they are conducted in laboratories where they have a professional testing method to measure the release amount of negative ions in the air to verify whether they are indeed being released and to what extent. So these test reports, the company has obtained them and we have made them public. We invite everyone to take a good look at them to understand their significance. Negative ions actually have quite a lot of medical applications, especially in Japan, where negative ion medicine is particularly popular. It's been nearly 20 years now, and research on negative ions in the medical field has been increasing. So what is its main function? It promotes circulation, can even alleviate fatigue, and help stabilize our emotional and nervous systems, contributing to emotional stability and better sleep. It can also assist in maintaining normal blood pressure. Are you saying our eyes can help maintain normal blood pressure? That's not what I mean. Their testing and human experiments are, he created this person for testing and human laboratory purposes, allowing them to enter such an environmental state. And you also know there are actually quite a lot of negative ion related products now. For example, they are made into clothing, or they are made into blankets, or they are made into beds. In fact, there are also some research test reports on these actually for the human body. These all exist. So in the things we provide to everyone, or the negative ion functions you find online, these things are not just randomly created, because some people might not have researched and might think, hey, is this just promotional material you made up? In fact, it is not. In terms of these research aspects, I can say that it is very comprehensive. So regarding this, negative ion, its effects on the body are not achieved through simple means. These have been tested on the human body with experiments conducted in various aspects, whether through larger, more extensive surveys or medical testing. We mainly explain why our negative ion glasses help relax the eyes. Some people, after wearing them, feel more comfortable if they have high eye pressure. This is because, firstly, they have a relaxing effect on the muscles, and they can even help dilate microvessels. So for the excessive internal pressure that was originally present, you'll find that wearing them gradually releases the pressure due to relaxation. As for other parts of the body, we won't discuss those for now. We mainly focus on its abilities in the eye area. In fact, it also has many benefits for the body, mostly helping the body move towards a healthier and more stable state. When using it, after about 10 minutes or so, the body may gradually start to show some changes. So this is, the function of negative ions on the body. The second thing we mention is far infrared, because these are its two main abilities. Far infrared, actually, some people know it from where? From advertisements on cable TV, some products, for example, some ovens, or some people have been to some rehabilitation departments in hospitals. In the rehabilitation department, they actually use a type of treatment called far infrared lamps. These special lamps, when used for light therapy, have the ability to penetrate and radiate, which can, for example, increase the temperature of our muscles. This promotes microcirculation, enhancing it, and it can also improve the overall cellular function. Since it is a type of spectrum, it achieves a very subtle effect known as biogenic light, which is quite close to the energy oscillation of the human body. Therefore, it is said to help with detoxification and improve overall circulation, enhancing the fluidity within cells. Of course, it is widely used in medicine. Where is it mostly used? It's used on muscles, for example, in wound healing or relieving soreness, because far infrared can help relax and alleviate inflammation. This is the majority of its applications. As for the eyes, it mainly promotes circulation around the eye area. This is its primary function. All right, I want to specifically mention this slide here because many members or leaders, when sharing, sometimes show this PPT to others. This was actually used for internal education at the time. We organized it because many people asked, hey, teacher, is this effective for this disease? Is this effective for this disease? Actually, all the disease names listed here are collected from testimonials, meaning each one has a member's testimonial. However, recently, because our company has been engaging in digital marketing over the past 2 years, we've discovered some issues. The health department has been emphasizing regulations regarding food and medical claims, which has led us to continuously adjust our promotional materials. Whenever we mention health improvements, we have to be careful about how we phrase it, as many people also make videos sharing their own testimonials. However, if we are filming a testimonial today, for example, and we only describe our own condition, like saying, I have severe astigmatism and often can't see clearly while driving. Let me give an example. When I mention all the physical discomfort symptoms caused by this condition, after we finish talking about them, usually we don't directly say that my astigmatism got better. Instead, we would typically say, hey, in this area, these symptoms have improved a lot. What I want to mention to everyone is that when we share directly with friends face to face, we can say something like, hey, my nearsightedness has really improved a lot or reduced significantly. However, if this video is mainly intended to be uploaded, especially as a video, there might be some spacing in the text description because it involves describing all the symptoms. But when it comes to videos, we need to be cautious about direct implications, but this doesn't mean that it's ineffective, not at all. What the teacher is saying is that when discussing this, please be mindful when using it, or basically this shouldn't be shown directly to consumers. But you can say that we have members or users who have experienced significant improvements in many uncomfortable symptoms and even considerable harm to the body caused by these health issues. This is something I particularly want to remind everyone about because recently many people have been asking if they can use this in their videos today. Because a while ago, the company was involved with this civil matter regarding LOHAS. What's it called? Vitality Every Day. Okay, this video received a notice from the production unit of Minshi, informing us directly that someone reported us for using this video to directly advertise our company's products. Okay, they directly mentioned that this video was produced by them. And we cannot directly imply that this thing is absolutely related to our product. They believe this is not permissible and carries legal responsibility because the patent rights, meaning the patent rights of this video, belong to them. We cannot directly use it like this. We can only describe it indirectly. We must separate it when introducing the product. We can recommend watching it, but we cannot say that our product was also reported on Minshi. They seriously told us this, hoping that we do not tread on the edge of the law in our descriptions. So I also want to remind everyone today, because many people use this video to tell others, look, our product was also reported on TV. Well, actually, there are many ways to speak, haha. However, if you say that our special feature was also on TV, you really need to be careful with every way you describe it. I would suggest that you can recommend to others that this product was once featured on a TV program and it was produced before. You can show it to them, but don't directly tell them it was us. Actually, this video was not commissioned by our company. It was just a distributor who had a channel that allowed many products to be featured. However, all the copyrights of this channel belong to Minshi TV, not our company. So many new members might not know the source, which is why they keep referencing this video. You might think Minshi TV is very credible because it's such a large TV station. But when we use this material, as teacher Tony mentioned before, this video can only be shown individually and must not be edited with any of our descriptions. You can pass this on to your friends and say, hey, look, this product was once well explained and broadcasted on the Minshi TV channel. Okay, but if you cut a segment of this video and include it in your video introduction, where you initially present your own PPT and then add this segment, you're completely breaking the law. This is legally actionable and they can directly sue you for it. So I ask our online partners to pay special attention to this matter. It's not that the video can't be shared privately. It can be. However, you can ask them to watch it on their official YouTube channel, which is fine, but do not privately redistribute, edit, or re-edit it. Even if you are presenting at your own OPP session, please be mindful of this. The company has indeed received some reminders from them, hoping that we do not do this. So please pay special attention to this aspect. Okay, finally, I want to mention our patents and all our testing certificates. These are not only available from the teacher, but we also have them on our previously mentioned Line Hour account. We actually have all these test reports, and the company also has them in hard copy. If you encounter a particularly difficult issue and need to see the hard copy or take photos, you are welcome to do so. Both the Northern and Southern branch offices have them, but we've put almost everything online. You can show them directly to others. These have been seen before. I just organized them. Regarding the material, all the testing certificates focus on the safety of the material. Okay, does it contain any harmful substances? Our material is 7290 plastic. Does it have any harmful substances? Next, is it really capable of releasing negative ions? And after releasing negative ions, does it have the ability to release them effectively? This is one of our special patents because we have a unique combination of several types of minerals and plastic called pumalin. Will the micro-radiation released from this combination be harmful to the body? We have also obtained a test report confirming that it is safe to use. Regarding human tolerance, we have received certification in Taiwan. So we have ensured safety in all aspects. This even includes the radiation from the minerals inside, whether there are such concerns. Regarding the material of the raw materials, this pertains to the annual radiation dose release of negative ions, and all of this information is published online. All right, finally, I want to mention the reaction when wearing the glasses and what follows. This product has been on the market for 7 years now. From the beginning, our glasses have been updated generation by generation, whether it's the style, which is the main focus, or the material components, such as whether they contain metal or titanium. The main focus when we talk about these negative ion glasses is their effect on the eyes. Typically, during the wearing process, there are a few scenarios. When the negative ions are working around the eyes, for example, the blood vessels may relax, blood flow might increase, the ability to metabolize waste could improve, and even the secretion from the tear glands in our eyes might increase. Many people experience this during the wearing process, typically in the initial 4 to 6 weeks. Some people notice it in the first or second week, such as an increase in secretions. This is quite common and is a form of waste metabolism within the eyes. The second issue is that there might be some discomfort in the eyes. This is truly related to individual constitution. Some people may feel soreness or even dizziness, and I encounter this quite often. For those who usually experience dizziness, if it becomes very severe each time, we generally recommend that they first place the glasses on top of their head. This is because we find that some people have poor circulation in this area, and some may have even been injured before, possibly due to a car accident or some other incident. The font size wasn't working very well. So when he got here today, I should say he couldn't get past it and started feeling dizzy. I once encountered a severe case where he could only wear it for about 2 minutes before he started feeling dizzy. So at that time, I advised him to keep taking it. And it took a while to adjust before the dizziness issue was completely resolved. So for those who experience dizziness, I would also additionally remind him that he might need to do some cardiovascular health maintenance, Why do some people, and I've encountered many, for example, wear it hoping to reduce their nearsightedness, presbyopia, or astigmatism, or because they have some eye problems? But its adjustment speed is very slow. Many people feel a difference after wearing it for 2 weeks, and it might even help with floaters for at least a month or even a month and a half. Some people might say, teacher, my friend wore it for more than 2 months, even 3 months, and told me they felt nothing at all. Okay, why do some people feel absolutely nothing, meaning no change at all? Of course, I would first ask, did you inquire in detail? Specifically, what is the main issue with the part of the eye they want to address? And what type of symptoms are they dealing with? This needs to be very precise from the start. First, during the process, how are they using these glasses? How long are they using them for? Typically, how long do they wear them each day? Did they experience any discomfort in between? How did they resolve it? Did they consult you? Or did they disappear after purchasing from you, and 2 months later when you follow up, they tell you it didn't work? So there are many factors during the process. Did they really follow our recommended method for wearing it? If they didn't do this part, then it's quite normal for it not to be effective. Or if they encountered difficulties in between and immediately decided not to wear it. For example, when they wear it, they might feel strange, like why is there so much eye discharge? Or their eyes feel very uncomfortable, but they didn't come to ask you and then they decided not to wear it. Or there are many, many things like this, where they decide not to inquire about it. Later, when you ask them, they tell you it wasn't effective. Then there are some people who have cardiovascular issues. It's true, they have blockages in their blood vessels, even in the brain, and the circulation in this area is very weak, to the point where even our negative ions can't move. At this point, I would suggest that they take products like Chihano or Kang Xiaobao, which are specifically for vascular conditioning. Even our berry drink, doesn't it have a special focus on this? We talk about the flavonoids in the wine fruit here, which can target the lacrimal gland cells. Some people have issues with their eye cells. And of course, if you can simultaneously regulate your body internally, the effect will be the best. So for those cases, if she says, there's really no change at all. First, please make sure to ask clearly how they are using it, how long they have been using it, and what reactions have occurred in the meantime. What exactly is the problem they truly want to address? Are these issues something that negative ion eye therapy can actually improve? Or, for example, when you just introduced like cataracts, many people with cataracts, well, we know there are situations where cataracts can be improved, but remind everyone that not every friend with cataracts will find negative ion glasses 100% effective. Usually, for patients with cataracts, we offer suggestions, meaning that when they are still considering options and have not yet decided to undergo surgery to address the cataract issue, we provide them with a direction. Many people have used them because after surgery, many experience side effects, with some relapsing in 2 to 3 years, or even in 6 months for some individuals. This is often due to issues with the internal condition of the eyes. For example, the inside of the eye is prone to having these white, cloudy deposits, which are not related to the aging of the lens. It's because the overall internal circulation and metabolism of the eye are very poor. So indeed, there are many people who, after having surgery, find that they have cataracts again a year later, but that's actually impossible because we've replaced the lens with an artificial one. Basically, it won't become cloudy due to any energy burning it. The problem that eventually arises is definitely due to poor internal metabolism, with a considerable amount of strange adhesive substances sticking to it. So this is an issue within the eyes. Therefore, if these problems arise, the real solution is to adjust one's constitution, improve the eyes, and enhance the surrounding circulation and vascular smoothness. There are also many people, for example, who have head diseases or are diabetic patients. For these people, the treatment must be done in conjunction with the overall body conditioning, because we know that their body circulation, especially vascular circulation, is in a very poor state. In such cases, relying solely on negative ion glasses for external use cannot drive improvement, because indeed some people fall into this category. So everyone should understand that even though there are so many testimonials about these glasses, they still cannot be claimed as a cure-all. All right, because many people have completely different physical conditions. We must understand this matter. So it will be mentioned below that some people have no obvious reactions, especially those who have been taking Western medicine for a long time, for example, those with chronic illnesses who have been on Western medication for a very long time. In fact, in this learning center, when we talk about internal conditions, the body's circulation is actually not very good. These people, when wearing glasses, take longer to react compared to others. First, it takes them longer. And second, the expected functionality they achieve might not be completely consistent, which is quite unlikely. We use a suggestive approach, showing them some testimonials, indicating that if they don't address it, things could get worse. However, if they start adjusting now, then it can prevent further deterioration. So regarding the cataract issue mentioned earlier, we usually tell them that we have many testimonials of improvement. For instance, their cataracts might be very cloudy, but after wearing them for maybe 3 months to half a year, it gradually becomes at least half clearer. Some may not become completely clear, though. It might not be as extensive, or a large area might reduce to a small spot. However, there are also cases where one eye shows improvement while the other remains unchanged, indicating the specific area affected by the cataract. In fact, negative ions cannot regulate it because the cloudiness within the lens is already fixed. It's an internal issue of the entire crystalline lens, and this is truly unsolvable. So for many eye diseases, especially in terms of advice, we ask everyone to understand this. There will definitely be people who encounter these problems, but if you use it well and are very happy, just end the introduction here. Thank you, everyone.